Hey guys, it's Ashley and
Patrice.
And we're going to do a review of Married at First Sight Season 12, and we're going to get right into it. So the first couple is Clara and Ryan. So this is a recap. Clara is 27. She's a flight attendant. And Ryan?
He's 29. He is a project manager of a software company.
So Claire, she seems really outgoing. She said that she can talk to a wall for hours.
Yeah. Ryan, he's very calculated and routine. He doesn't seem like the spontaneous type from what I saw.
No, which is really different because she's a flight attendant. She's all over the place.
Yeah.
He's like structured. Every day is like the same thing. And I think he said he does like 3 hours in the gym every day working out.
Yes. It looked like he did some kind of music.
Yeah.
As an outlet. I don't think professionally.
He looked like he was a beginner because I saw them keys on his keyboard. He had the letters written on them. So
I think she might like it though.
She said that her friends make fun of her because she likes guys who are racially ambiguous.
Yeah, ambiguous. Well, he is ambiguous, so I think they could work.
Claire says that she's into doing like protests and marches, really into social justice and donating to causes.
And he grew up in like a Christian household, so that's like his foundation, and he's not sure if the person they found is into that. So that
but that's his preference.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem like he would not accept her if she's not already into it. He seems open-minded. Yeah. He seems open.
But I think eventually, once they get used to each other, he's going to want that.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think she's someone who said that she doesn't currently go to church. I don't really know what they were doing with that one. She might feel judged because of it.
She might pull away.
Not only that, you remember her fridge?
Ain't no food in there, bro.
Ain't no food. Only Jell-O shots.
Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, she told Pastor Cal that she don't cook.
Wow. Well, I don't know how he's going to handle that.
Okay, so then there's Erik and Virginia.
Yes.
Erik is 34. He's a pilot. And I am over the pilot puns.
Yes.
Please stop them. So he is Married at First Sight history. Basically, he's the first person on the show who's been married previously.
Divorcee.
Yeah, he's a divorcee.
He also mentioned that he's been single for 3 years. So it was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago that they got the divorce.
Yeah. So, and he seems really old-fashioned.
He loves to fly. He flies in his free time. He said that his family owns some planes. So, you know, he bougie. He grew up.
Yeah.
He grew up that way.
He grew up in the sky.
Yeah, his mom was actually in a scene, and he told her that he was going to be doing the show. And she was kind of like, I think you have a lot to learn about life. And I'm just like, first of all, he looks like he's been here a very long time. He's been married. He's been there, done that. So the fact that his mom was saying, I think there's more about life you need to learn. That's like a red flag, because what does he need to learn or accomplish? Because he's already accomplished a lot in his career. He has money. So what is he lacking? According to his mom, she sees a immaturity to him.
Yeah, which was kind of strange. I wasn't expecting her to say that.
It just looked weird.
Do you remember him saying that there were things that he wished he could like change? Like there's some mistakes he made. I don't know what mistakes he's talking about. I wonder if the mom knows what those mistakes are.
I mean, it sounds like she knows something.
So Virginia, she's 26, and she does like a form of customer service. It said customer experience. So she's like, I call her the party girl because that's all I saw, right? So she loves to drink, go to bars, have fun, and wants an adventurous guy. Part of what she's afraid of is that the guy will leave because her parents, they divorced. And it sounds like they were on and off a lot, so it kind of, maybe she has abandonment issues.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. She said that even her dog has abandonment issues, so that probably rubbed off on the dog. But that's a little concerning.
It is.
A lot concerning. It sounds like she has like a lot of past trauma based on her parents' relationship that she hasn't completely healed from.
Yes.
But the thing is, she's someone who likes to do, like, she says she likes to go to festivals and concerts and stuff. She doesn't like to sit at home. I think she's someone that she has to constantly be doing something, because I think like being at home, being kind of stagnant allows her time to think, and maybe thinking leads to like a rabbit trail of her past.
Yeah.
That she hasn't fully overcome. I think that she likes a lot of noise. She likes to be occupied. She likes her mind to not think.
Yeah.
Because thinking means
I have to face my past
reality
stuff.
Yeah, and the past. So then we have Briana and Vincent. Briana is 28. She's an engineer. She's established. She's successful.
Yeah.
But she says she has difficulty opening up and kind of being affectionate towards people. She has like a lot of walls up.
You got Vincent, who's 28. He's a auto broker. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I noticed that he said he wants to be like a father and have a family because his dad wasn't around and stuff like that. And I noticed he emphasized kids a lot.
Yeah.
And he said that his last relationship didn't work out because she didn't want to be with him while he was starting a business. And he didn't have much money at the time. So she wasn't willing to stick it out. So that kind of broke it off. Yeah.
And she says she wants someone who is financially stable or financially aware.
Yeah.
Physically attractive.
He is.
I think she said she wants him to have friends.
He does.
Are they good friends? So we'll get into that when we talk about the bachelor party.
Yeah.
She also said that she wants a man who makes more money than her. And I'm not sure if that's the case. I guess we'll have to keep watching and figure it out.
He looks comfortable.
He looks comfortable.
But I don't know if it's more than her.
Yeah, but I'm sure that if he's stable, you know, it's continuous, that she'll get over that if he happens to make less. And she also mentioned that she wants to be able to, you know, come home from work and be able to put her feet up on him. And I can see him, you know, just rubbing her feet, like giving eye contact, like, yeah, babe.
How was your day?
I can see it. He just looks like that type.
He does.
Then we got Paige and Chris. So Chris is 27. He's a finance manager and a restaurant owner. I think, before I even get into Chris, I think that this is going to be one of those stories that's like, it's not what you expected. Yeah. Maybe like the first episode, we're just like, this guy, if he say one more time he don't want a woman that wants him for his money, one more time. But I don't know, he might just surprise us. So like I said, he wants a woman that's not after him for his money, which that wouldn't be a problem if you don't flaunt your money.
Right.
He says he wants a woman who's intelligent, submissive, sexy, good in bed, and a freak, but also Christian.
And he put an emphasis on attractive a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was to the point where it's like, I don't think he really cares too much about the other stuff as long as she's hot, looks good next to him, and the other things.
I think he said he wants to be like a power couple. That's really important. And he also wants to procreate. He says, I want another me. I want seven of them.
I want to duplicate myself.
I want more of me. And he was also previously an ordained minister. Did you see that part?
Ordained minister?
Yeah, but he stopped because he wasn't making money. And so he said that God, you know, didn't want him to do that. The thing is, being a minister isn't something you do for money.
No.
It's something you're called to. Red flag.
So she is 26. She's a accountant. And also, she's a realtor, so she does two things, which is awesome because she works with money and he's all about his money. And she's from a Christian background, which he mentioned he wanted that. She mentioned she wants kids. She feels like God created her to have kids and to be a mom, which I think was pretty cool. And
but she said like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
He's like, he wants 7 Chris's.
I don't know how she feels about that. If she like him enough to have 7 of them.
And he also dropped the bomb that he was engaged 3 months ago.
I'm like, whoa, you sure you want to be on this show right now?
Something just don't sound right. And just even like the timeline, he was like, I met her a couple months ago, then we got engaged, and then 3 months. It just didn't sound right.
Yeah.
But they broke up because I think they did not have mutual trust, which is another red flag. But how are you so willing to jump into from an engagement to now getting married to a total stranger on TV?
As one extreme to the next.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Then we got Jacob and Haley. Haley, right?
Yeah, you said it right.
So Jacob is 38. He's a senior IT. I think he was a bodybuilder. I'm not sure if he still does that. He's an 80s lover. He eats steak and eggs every day. Every day.
It's bad for your heart, man.
Pastor Cal was like, do you eat vegetables? He was like, no, not really.
So he seems like he has a routine too.
A very boring one.
Yes, very, very boring.
He made a beach in his backyard.
Yes, I was just about to say that. That thing looks nice.
Looks weird. He said that it's because he doesn't like to mow grass, so he put sand.
Yeah.
And he has a pool. I find it weird when, like, single people, like one person in a house, they have a pool. Mm-hmm. I just find that weird.
Why?
Do you go swimming by yourself? I mean, I guess some people do, just like exercise and stuff. I think that's such like a family
with somebody
type
else
of thing. Like you have kids. I find people who buy houses with a pool just, I don't know. I think it's weird.
Maybe it's kind of like, it kind of makes your house look a little more.
I think it's selfish. Because, listen, I grew up in a house without a pool, and then my neighbors have pools, and they don't be using it. So I think it's selfish. Yeah.
But, hey, they can always say, hey, I have a pool in my house if you guys want to come by.
You know my neighbor.
Yes. The one and only.
I'm not going in his pool.
No. We want you to stay here, okay?
He mentioned he had an ex with 2 pet pumpkins. And I was like, what?
She must be from Cinderella.
But I think that says a lot about him to be with someone who has pet pumpkins.
Then again, he seems very, very quirky.
Very weird.
And isolated. He doesn't look like he goes out much. Yeah. But he does seem like a very polite guy, though.
He does, but I think secretly he's picky. He was saying that in his 20s, he didn't really settle down because he always felt like kind of like the grass is greener on the other side type of thing. And now as he's inching towards 40, he's like, let me just find someone. But I don't know. I think old habits die slow.
I think so too. And I guess depending on how they mesh, it'll come out eventually, right?
Yeah. One more thing I'd like to mention, he likes big noses. Like, he finds that attractive.
He likes a schnoz.
You think that's weird?
Yeah, it is weird. So, Haley, she's 28 years old. She's a sales representative. She's been single since she was 21, which I thought was, whoa. That's
but how old is she, you said?
She's 28.
Okay, so 7 years.
Yeah, so she's been single for a while. Does her own thing. And since she's been doing it for a while, she doesn't want somebody to try to switch her up and tell her, no, you can't do such and such. She mentioned she's been a bridesmaid like 14 times.
Oh, yeah. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah. And she said she wasn't like jealous of them or anything. However, she kind of does have it in the back of her mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. She's very guarded.
Yeah.
I think she had 2 relationships that were serious. One of them was kind of on again, off again for 5 years.
The first one.
And then he ended up getting someone else pregnant. Which, if you do the math, if her last relationship ended when she was 21, that means that they were dating when they were teens.
Yeah. She's been single for a while since her adulthood.
And the other serious relationship, she said that he fell into drugs and alcohol. After that, she put a wall up. She didn't want to get hurt again. So...
Which is understandable.
It's understandable, but it's like she said that she stopped dating at 21. They were probably young as well.
Yeah.
As you get older, guys kind of mature. You mature. You get better at picking.
Right.
Yeah.
But I salute her though, because she don't seem like she want to waste time with the wrong one anyway.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you have to give yourself a chance to grow, and you don't grow in a shell. Right. Sometimes you have to like explore and grow.
True. Let's see if she finds this dude interesting though, because he is boring.
Okay, so then they had like 2 mixers. A mixer with the guys and then the women in another one. And so with the guys, like Chris, I don't know, I feel like Chris was a little off-putting to the rest of the group. And it made him feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you could tell by their facial expressions.
Oh yeah. Chris mentioned that his biggest fear was that she would be ugly.
And they're like, is this dude serious right now?
Erik was looking like... I don't know if they didn't want to answer the question, because he was like, what would you do if she was ugly? And Jacob was kind of like, well, you know. Ryan was just like sipping his drink like, don't ask me that question.
My name Bennett, and I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah. But Vincent was just like, so Vincent.
So smooth with it. He's my favorite so far.
It's like, I would want to get to know her. I want to know her heart. It ain't about her looks.
Yeah.
It's about the inside.
Right. I was like...
So Chris confessed that he was previously engaged, and they're all like, look at him like, what? What is you doing here then?
Right.
Like, they were just like, he's just here to play. Opportunist.
He's not serious.
Yeah.
They didn't want to offend him, so they're just listening out of, respect.
They were all being really friendly.
Yeah.
And then Erik told them that he was married previously.
Right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And what was their expressions? Chris asked them if they wanted any honeymoon babies, and they were just kind of like, what?
We're not thinking about that right now.
I think he asked Jacob about having kids, and I don't remember Jacob's response.
He told him his clock is ticking before he even responded.
Really?
Yeah.
Before he responded?
Yeah.
Jacob was kind of insulted by that.
He did.
Okay.
He was quiet after that.
Yeah, he was just kind of like...
Yeah, I see you.
Mm-hmm. The weirdest thing I saw about the girls gathering was the fact that Clara gave them all lingerie.
Yeah.
I think that was a little forward.
Very.
That was the first time they met.
It looked like it was.
Was it?
First or second? I think it's the second time.
Oh, it was the second time.
I think so. But I'm like, how do you know their sizes unless the people gave it to them, the producers?
Yeah, no, but I don't even think it was the right size, because I think that Paige took something that Briana had.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me get that girl.
Interesting.
That was a little forward.
It was.
Okay, so there was a scene where Chris met with his pastor Dwight.
So he pretty much goes on and on about how, you remember I was engaged earlier. I got a great resume. I'm a handsome guy. I don't want to marry someone who just want me for my money. Oh my gosh. You can tell the
pastor was over it.
He was over it, but because he knows him and he respects him, he was just listening. So you could tell he was like just letting him go on and on. He's like, listen, as long as she, loves God or whatever.
He said that?
Wait, did he?
He said, okay, so first of all, we gotta talk about his facial expressions.
Oh yeah, there's
he has no filter. His face is exactly what he's feeling. So the pastor actually asked Chris, is it love or lust that you're looking for?
Yeah, which I thought was a good question.
What do you think?
I feel like it's not exactly love based on his list.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he wants her to be very attractive. He wants her to look good on paper, be intelligent. And it just seems like it's geared towards him. Like, build me up, build my legacy, build my help me, support me with my business, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, what about her? What if she has something she wants to build? Are you going to help her? The woman they pair him with seems very independent, smart, has her own thing going on for her.
But the thing is about his list, he was like beautiful, intelligent, submissive, sexy, good in bed, a freak. So it's like a lot of like sexual things, but it's like not a good mother, goal oriented, successful, strives for greatness. Like, it was just kind of like, how can you cater to my flesh?
Right.
Type of thing. Yeah.
And another point that I thought was interesting is he mentioned that he prayed and fasted. Like, I wasn't expecting...
To get on the show.
I wasn't expecting him to say that, though. Like, so he does have some Christian foundations, but it's just a little... It's not deeply rooted.
I don't know if it's not deeply rooted, because his family, like, they're no joke. His family like are serious about the Lord.
They are.
And his grandma was just telling the truth.
She was.
And saying that she doesn't look the same as she did when she was 16. She says she got married at 16. She doesn't have the same looks that she had when she first got married. Mm-hmm. So, you know, beauty fades. Right. But it's the heart.
Exactly.
It's the heart is what you have to go after. And she was just trying to give him knowledge. And I think it was just like,
I don't know, man. Maybe he might change. You don't know. Never know, right?
You think so? She'll change his life around?
You never know, right? Because, like, okay, he's saying all of this now, but remember at the Bachelor party when... You want me to get into it?
Not yet. So the girls, they were talking, and I think that they were mentioning perhaps having sex on the honeymoon. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paige, she's a church girl. She loved the Lord, but she is very open with talking about sex. I mean, she's the one who had, like, the batteries and the Cheez-Its in her door. I got this lingerie, you know, my teddies, yes. And then Clara's kind of like, but I thought she was a church girl. Mm-hmm. But, you know, she's over here talking about sex. But I'm here for it. What do you think about that?
Okay. This is just me. All right. So, I mean, hey, they're adults, right? They're talking about reality, what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. However, I mean, the detail of it, I ain't gonna repeat what she said.
I don't remember what she said.
About the, you know, the backside of it.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
That's what it was. Like, oh,
she was shocked she said that.
Some, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get it. Like, they want to know, are you going to do it or what? But she, like, just
he gotta do it to me. I think that when you kind of put it out there, like, hey,
Christian,
you know, I follow the Lord, like, he leads my steps. That's what you want to portray. It causes confusion when you say certain things, especially when it comes to, like, sexual things. You're an adult. You can say whatever you want to say. Like, that's just what it is. It's going to be your husband. Mm-hmm. But obviously, it's causing confusion for Clara. Right. So is that really beneficial? Is it edifying? So, I don't know. But hey, do you? Okay, so we're just gonna breeze past like quickly the dress shopping and tuxedo shopping. Chris and Paige, they went to the shops to get their, you know, outfits for the wedding. Paige, she picked out a dress. It was nice.
Yeah, lace.
It was lace.
Yeah, it was lace, and that's all I'm gonna say.
But she said something. She said that she wants her husband to look at her when she's walking down the aisle and be like, man, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
But I really think Chris is going to be like, man, she lucky to have me.
Right? They need to put a mirror in front of him on the wedding day.
A mirror with a dress on it?
Yeah, they should. So, Chris, you know, went to the tuxedo shop with the pastor, right? And man, he likes to go all out. Like, he had a sparkly jacket. He looked like one of the Temptations.
No, it wasn't sparkly jacket. It was sparkly shoes.
The shoes, my bad. Yeah. The jacket was purple like the Temptations. And, like, I was like, whoa. And he's like, I don't want to look like all the other grooms.
His suit was similar to Vincent.
It was. So, I think it's the same brand. But
if not the same exact jacket.
Yeah, just different color a little bit. The pastor, you remember where he was like, man, he's picky. But his cousin was like, yeah, but hey, he got money. Like, he got money. He pointed that out.
So, but he wants someone who don't want him for his money.
Right? But hey, he's wearing the Michael Jackson shoes.
Okay, so there's Haley and Jacob. Haley went to the store with her mom and friends, and her mom is really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
That's pretty much it. Jacob, he looked like James Bond to me. Like, he had the little bow tie. And I was telling Ashley, I'm like, yo, if he had a British accent, he'd be so hot. I don't know what it is, but, like, a suit and a British accent makes up for it. But his voice don't match his face to me.
You think so?
No, it doesn't.
So you think that the accent can make you more attractive?
It can. You have, okay, for example, remember the guy in the Quiet Storm radio? He don't look like his voice. But you're picturing this tall, dark, and handsome guy.
Did she really just bring up the Quiet Storm?
This is Freddie Cruz.
Okay, so then there was Virginia and Erik.
Yeah.
Virginia, she was surprised by her stepmom. She wasn't expecting any family to come, and she showed up, and she got emotional, and that got me a little emotional.
Aww.
And that was it. Yeah, she picked a dress. Okay. But one thing, the stepmom, she kind of, I think she was serious, but she was kind of in a joking way. You could still turn back. You don't have to do it. Your dad would be very happy, and like, hint, hint, don't do this.
Eric. Honestly,
what happened with Erik?
There wasn't much to say. Like, they went to the tuxedo place.
He picked out a suit. And he had some socks, some funky socks.
Yeah.
And there's Vincent and Briana. I loved everything about, like, Briana. I loved her hair. I loved the outfit she came in. She was
pretty.
I love the dress. Everything. Yeah.
I think he's gonna love her, like, when he sees her.
Yeah, and I like the dynamic between her and her friend. Reminds me a lot of, like, our dynamic.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the first time at the bridal shop that her personality shined. Because she's been really serious before this. And so she was, like, laughing, making jokes.
I was like, is this the same girl? Vincent was, like, suave, okay? He had the blue blazer jacket.
He did look good.
He did, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think she's going to be very pleased.
Okay, then there was Clara and Ryan. Clara, I don't know. I couldn't picture what she wanted. I don't want like this. I don't want poofy. I don't want long train. Yeah, she was very particular. Mm-hmm. But the dresses she tried on at first, they looked nice on her.
It did. The dress she described doesn't sound like a wedding dress. It sounds like a dinner gown.
Yeah.
She wanted a silk material.
I think she wanted something kind of sexy, like a
flapper girl
fitting that gave her curves.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I think she wanted.
So
not poofy and like princessy. I think she wanted it kind of sexy.
Yeah, kind of classy.
Mhm. But she found one that she liked. So.
Yeah. Ryan looked really nice. Like, at first I thought he was just gonna wear a button-up shirt because I'm like, wear the jacket. Remember? But then he put the jacket on and he looked really nice. But he looked nervous as heck. Like, his face. Ever since the bachelor party, he just looks so nervous. You notice his face out of all the other guys? Mm-hmm. Like, he's in deep thought.
Okay, so then there was the bachelor party and the bachelorette party, which were very telling.
About the real person.
Yeah. When you look at them and how they're kind of interacting at these parties, it's like, what were the experts thinking? So what I noticed with the females with the bachelorette party, I feel like they kind of clicked off.
Yes.
Honestly, there was kind of like a racial divide. Like, the white bachelorette party was over here, then the black one was over here. And what's her name? Briana was trying to get them together. Like, hey, you know, are you guys gonna come over here? And I think she said that she had like tequila with Red Bull. And then Clara was like, I'd rather die. I don't know. It was really weird.
It was.
Yeah, and then it goes to the part where she's like, oh my gosh, Briana, I hate her. And like when we heard that, we're like, but then she was like, yeah, because she's just so great. Like, she's beautiful, intelligent. Yeah. I feel like she really said what she really felt at first.
Yeah, the way she said it, I was like, what she did to you?
And then at the bachelorette party, there was a part where they were saying, I hope the guys don't expect us to be submissive because we're independent, all of us. We're all alphas. So they were going around like, yeah. I think Paige said that she doesn't believe in gender roles. Yeah. So it's like, you know, like the wife does this, the husband does this type of thing. And then Clara's just kind of like, what is your religion?
What is your religious beliefs?
Paige was just kind of like, I think she said, I'm Christian.
Yeah.
And then she was kind of like, oh, well, because, you know, I think Christians, like, they believe in submission type of thing. I think that's what she said.
Something like, I don't remember the exact words.
I don't remember the exact words. Something along those lines. And she said, like, if she met someone worth, pretty much summarize, if she found someone worth submitting to, she would. In biblical submission.
Right.
I think we need to also mention the fact that Virginia was getting really drunk during the bachelorette party.
Yes, she was getting very, very wasted. And the other girls were looking at her like, is she serious right now? Mm-hmm. And do you remember how, like, she was in the bathroom and you can hear?
Yeah.
That was bad.
Meanwhile, Erik is at the bachelor party saying, I hope my wife isn't taking shots right now.
Meanwhile.
So he made it clear that that's not what he wants. Mm-hmm. So do you think they're going to be able to be together?
Not if she doesn't take care of the root of this problem. Because I really don't think he's going to put up with that.
True. So then there's a bachelor party, and it was just, I was disappointed.
Oh, sorry, my stomach again. Oh, I had spinach. Ooh.
So Chris was late, and all the guys were like, that's kind of messed up that he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You want to say what he came in with?
He came in fashionably late with a blow-up doll with a mask on. Him and his cousin.
Everyone was like, did this dude really bring a doll here? And we got humans?
I think at first I was kind of like, this is just him being an attention seeker and extra. But then he said that it was because, he's not trying to, get in trouble with no strippers. He's just like, let me just stick with my doll. Thinking like, is that a good thing what he did? Is it noble or is it weird?
Both. At the other part of the party, we were like, okay, I respect that, because then remember how the other guy was acting with that dancer. I was like, no, come on, Vinny. I was rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you. This goes back to what I said about, if a guy has good friends. Because there's some guys, trust me, I've been through it. There's guys who have the friends who, have been traditionally the wingman when the guy was single, but they don't know how to give up that role when the person in a relationship. So he goes up to the stripper like, hey, my boy Vinny, he wants to know what's up. First of all, he's engaged.
Yeah.
Second of all, you on TV. Third of all, ew. So yeah, he's talking to the stripper, and then she's like, aren't you getting married? He's like, yeah, but I'm kind of, scared. And then she was like, but what if it's someone like me? I'd be happy about that.
I'm like, wrong answer, Vinny.
You know he lying.
Wrong. I'm like, his flirtation is a little too flirtatious.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to, do something.
Yeah.
And he literally said that. Didn't he say, I'm trying to get some?
Yeah, he said that.
No, then he walked up to the other stripper in the pink.
Yeah. I remember they were just talking to the other guys what they thought. They were talking to Erik about what he thought about it, so I didn't remember.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what he did with that stripper, but then he went up to Erik like, no, I'm going to stop because, they're probably going to judge me.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric's like, I would just not do it.
Mm-hmm. He was the only one I saw that was doing that.
Yeah, because everyone else is just like, listen, there's cameras.
They watching.
But do you think that because they have not met the spouse that it was okay? Like they should have just got it out of their system?
I think the fact that cameras were there, I think that's why they were more reserved and more to themselves. Now, if the cameras weren't rolling, I believe that they would have been doing the same things.
Yes, but do you think that Vincent was right in doing it? Because he seems like a genuine guy.
He does.
And I don't take it back because I think that was genuinely, authentically what he would do without the camera.
I think he was drinking too. Because he seemed tipsy.
But the thing is, he's not going to, I don't know if he's going to stop drinking once he gets married. So what if he's put in that position again and he's out with that same friend?
I think his friend is a troublemaker.
His friend does seem like a troublemaker. But was he okay to do it considering he has not met his wife yet?
I mean, technically, I don't think so.
You don't think it was right?
No. Because he's serious about having a family. Why would you light that fire now, like the day before? I don't think so.
I think opening that door, it's not good. You don't want to let them spirits in.
Right? And that's a whole other topic.
So the first wedding is going to be Ryan and Clara. I think that's where the episode kind of ended with them. Clara, she was getting her makeup done, which was really big, getting her hair done and stuff like that. But she got the gift from Ryan, which was like a letter, and she was crying, emotional. Wow, like this seems like a really great guy.
I was shocked that she would cry because of her, bad experiences with other guys who weren't serious. I didn't expect her to be emotional.
I think it made her appreciate it. Like, wow, this is not like anything I've ever experienced type of thing. I think that's what gave her anxiety to be like, oh my gosh, look at how I look. Like, oh my gosh, I don't like this, and start like nitpicking herself.
Yeah.
I feel like that's foreshadowing something. Maybe she might feel like she doesn't deserve a good guy,
yeah.
And that could cause some issues.
Ryan, he seems like a sweet guy. So he decided to have blindfolds at the altar, and they gave her one while she's in the back. And she's like, okay.
I don't like it.
Me neither. I think that was making it a little too more. She's already anxious, right? And you're making her more anxious by putting the blindfold on her eyes.
I think it was a little selfish.
Yeah. Because it's like, if she's already holding his hand, she's probably going to feel a connection before seeing him. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like he robbed her of being able to see him, look around and experience it. It's like she's gonna remember darkness. Like, well, I feel like that was a little selfish.
It was too much.
So we can go into our predictions. Maybe we can do like every so often, just update our predictions, because I feel like my thoughts on people have gone up and down. But let's just say each couple. Haley and Jacob.
Yeah.
I feel Haley is a bit wishy-washy.
Why you say that?
Okay, at first I thought she was really mature. I felt like she was kind of gravitating more towards Paige and Briana. You know, as far as temperament. But like at the Bachelorette party, she was gravitating towards Clara and Virginia more and kind of getting wild and crazy. So it was like a different side of her. I don't know. She goes with the wind up and down, up and down. I don't know if she's going to put up with Jacob for long. I think she does have moments of maturity. Then she has moments where she wants to let loose. I don't think that he's about that life. She might think that he's really socially awkward. She might feel that he creeps her friends out. That's what I think. I think her friends might be weirded out by him.
I could see that happening. My thing is he willing to be flexible with his lifestyle? Because he's older. So I'm thinking there might be an issue if he's willing to break out of that. But he's older though. He's set in his ways a little more.
You mean break out of the 80s, going to the beach in my backyard with my dogs.
Mm-hmm. Is he willing to try new things?
Do you think he builds his house as kind of like an amusement type of place so that he doesn't have to leave his house?
His Wonderland?
Yeah.
You know, now that you're mentioning it, it could be that. Because he has his own entertainment, everything he wants in there.
Briana and Vincent.
Yeah. I love them. I really do.
Yeah.
I could see them working out.
I think that he's going to have to be strong in showing her that he's there for her. Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's going to be times where she's going to probably test him or say something she doesn't really mean to kind of see if he'll still stay.
You think so?
Yeah. And he's going to have to withstand that and be like, I'm still here for you.
Yeah.
Clara and Ryan. What are your thoughts?
Clara. She has a good sense of humor, which I think he will like. She seems very fun. And he has a very, very particular routine. But she seems like she'll bring some spontaneity to his life.
I think that there's some people who they want to change and they just need that push from someone who is the opposite of them to be more extroverted or more adventurous. I think that Ryan really enjoys his structure. I think he enjoys his daily routines. I don't think he wants to be spontaneous. You know, she goes all over the place. So it's like 1 week she's here, 1 week she's there. So that's just her life. And I think that just the unpredictability might get to him.
You have a point.
They're popping to bum heads. Okay, so them stay together?
I think so. I think they're gonna stay together. Hope they do. I don't know.
I have to see if they make it past the honeymoon. Paige and Chris.
Mm-hmm. The most interesting couple to me out of the whole show.
What do you think?
Okay. I think they can work. However, is he going to fit into his little perfect bubble?
Is she going to fit into it?
If she's going to fit, if she's going to fit into his perfect bubble of what a woman should be for him.
I think it's going to be difficult because I feel like for Chris, I don't think anything is really going to be satisfying to him because he is such a self-made person. I think he's used to whatever he really wants, he goes after it and he builds it. So it's like, if he gets her, I think he's gonna be like, what else can I get?
Right.
And he's gonna probably pick her apart, the things that he doesn't like, and see if he can get someone who has the good qualities she has, but also has something else. I think it's just he won't be satisfied. That's what I think.
And It's funny you mention that because, hey, he got engaged like, what, 3 months before?
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes it seem like he is quick to just want to jump.
Wait a second. Because it gotta be a long process. I don't think it's just you submit the application and they start filming the next day.
No.
I think maybe he filled out for the show a while ago. They called him and then he broke off the engagement.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dang, that's a huge thought.
Chris.
What if he did that? Trust issues. With who? With you?
That's why Pastor Calvin was like, so there's no strings attached. Nobody can claim you, right? And he's like, no.
You're onto something.
Chris, I'm just assuming, but I'm just saying, I think he applied for that show a long time ago. It's not like you apply in a month and then, it happens to be in your city. Like, no.
They pre-tape and you gotta go through the whole process.
Yeah. They weed out from like thousands of applicants before they even get to interviewed by Dr. Pepper, Pastor Calvin, and Viviana.
I don't remember her name. The lady with the nice blue dress?
Yes.
Okay.
All her dresses are nice.
I don't know. I hope he doesn't break her heart because she seems like a nice... Ooh, sorry. Good grief. I am so sorry. Embarrassing. And I'm just like, God, I hope her heart isn't going to get broken by him, his high expectations.
Oh, she seems tough, though. She'll bounce back.
Yeah?
Yeah. Virginia and Erik.
Them two, I don't think they're going to last. You?
No. I think that she needs to heal. I think that, I think she said that her parents just got on good terms with each other a year ago.
Yes.
I think maybe that was like the first part of her healing. I think that she needs to maybe continue to see good communication between them. I think she needs to be comfortable with herself because she said she doesn't like to sit down. She likes to keep moving. She likes to party. I think she needs to enjoy her own company and actually be able to sit with her thoughts and not feel like she has to drown them out. Yeah.
You got a point though, because you notice she always mentioned her parents, and I feel like that affects her views of relationships.
Yeah, and Erik is kind of fatherly.
Yes, he gives me dad vibes.
Exactly, and she's going to probably take out her dad frustrations on Erik if he's normal, which is he normal? I don't know, but that'll weird him out.
Yeah,
if he's a normal guy, unless he's weird and he likes that kind of stuff.
He did say he's a giver and he wanted to be able to provide, right? I remember he said in the first episode.
Okay, but not provide as a daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for this episode. I hope I feel there's a lot more that we said, but I think we got most of it out.
We did.
Write any comments if there's anything else you notice that you want to point out. We'll talk about it. Because
there's so much info in this show that is so easy to kind of miss some pertinent information. You gotta listen to it again and again.
So hopefully we'll be here for the next episode. So subscribe. I didn't pronounce it right.
And I'm really excited about the show. I've never heard of this concept. This is my first time hearing about this concept.
What concept? Oh, the show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got her into it.
Yeah, and I like it. I typically do not watch shows that are about love because I'm like, they're paid to do this. But this seems more realistic.
And let's get Patrice on the next season.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She'll be on there, and I'll be the friend like, girl, congratulations.
You sure you won't think I'm crazy?
They're probably gonna put you with a Chris because you know how they be doing the Christian ones.
No, they probably would do that. They rig it because they want you to watch. I'm on to you.
But yeah, bye.